In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 WNBA games happening on May 20th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Dream vs. Dallas Wings. The Atlanta Dream and Dallas Wings meet Saturday in WNBA action at College Park Center. The Atlanta Dream believe they can find success this season, and they improved the team this offseason. The Dream brought in Alicia Gray, and there are high expectations about what she can do to help improve the team. A big key for the Dream is Rhyne Howard, who is a strong three-point shooter, and there is no doubt she's going to try and light it up from deep in this game. In the last preseason game, the Sun had no issue beating them in a blowout. The Dream's offense only managed 68 points, while the defense gave up 85 points. In this game, the defense is going to need to be strong. The Atlanta Dream haven't made the playoffs since 2018, but there are reasons to be optimistic about this year's squad. The Dream snagged 3 decorated players in the draft in Haley Jones, Letitia Amaher, and Leah Brown. Also, the Dream have a talented young core that includes Rhyne Howard, Ari McDonald, and Ad Durr. Cheyenne Parker is coming off one of her better seasons, and she's the old player in the room at 30 years old. There's potential in Atlanta, and I wouldn't be shocked if that playoff drought comes to an end this year. On the other side of this matchup is the Dallas Wings, who have dreams of a deep playoff run this season. Last season, the Wings finished with an 18-18 record, and although they only finished at .500, they still thought of it as a success. They picked up their first playoff win. Crystal Dangerfield is playing for her 4th team since coming into the league, and there are high expectations for this season. Eric Ogunboyle averaged 20 points per game, and she will need to be the star player this season. In the last preseason game against the Indiana Fever, they were defeated 90-83. The Dallas Wings will begin the Latricia Trammell era, and this feels like a program taking steps forward. The Wings bring in 3 top 11 picks in Maddie Siegrist, Lou Lopez-Senechel, and Abby Meyers. The Wings did lose some of their core from last season, but there's still a solid 1-2 punch in Eric Ogunboyle and Tiara McCowan that remains. The Wings brought in leadership in Natasha Howard and Diamond DeShields, while Crystal Dangerfield looks to find her game with her 4th team in 4 years. The Wings could be boom or bust, and there's enough here for them to turn some heads. The Dream are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 versus Western Conference, and 2-7-1 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The Wings are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 home games, and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 SATA games. The over is 9-4 in Dream last 13 road games. The Dream are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Dallas, and 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings. The Dallas Wings are going to have value in the underdog role this season because they're better than the public believes. However, the Atlanta Dream will be more prepared out of the gate, and they need to take advantage of games like this if they're going to make the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. The Dream have expectations this season, so the Atlanta Dream to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Atlanta enters this matchup after finishing with a win-loss record of 14-22 last season. The Dream hit on 35.1% on shots from beyond the arc and 77.7% from the free throw line. They averaged 78.5 points per game while going 42.0% from the floor. They lost possession by a turnover 15.2 times per game, and as a squad committed 19.5 fouls on a nightly basis. As a squad, Atlanta collected 35.4 rebounds per game and racked up 632 assists last season, which had them ranked 12th in the WNBA in terms of passing. Defensively, the Dream were able to force their opponents into 14.1 turnovers per contest while drawing 17.9 personal fouls. They were 4th in the WNBA in giving up assists to their opponents, with 707 surrendered last year. The Dream allowed a shooting percentage of 43.2%, and they surrendered 33.9 boards per game as a unit. They conceded 34.8% on shots from distance, and they were ranked 5th in the WNBA in points per game allowed. Dallas had a win-loss mark of 18-18 last season. Dallas earned 2,986 points last season, and they snagged 33.8 rebounds per contest. As an offense, the Wings connected on 43.5% from the field, which was ranked 8th in the league. The Wings committed 18.8 fouls per contest, and they hit 76.4% from the free throw line. They dished out assists 18.8 times per contest, and they lost possession by turning the ball over 12.7 times per contest. The Wings were ranked 7th in basketball in points per game given up with 82.8. They gave up 19.9 assists and 32.7 boards per game, which was ranked 5th and 3rd in the league. The Dallas defense allowed 34.3% on three-point shots, and their opponents converted on 78.4% of their free throw shots. They forced 13.4 turnovers per game and let teams shoot 45.9% from the floor. The Wings have made it clear they want to push the pace this season, and they are going to have no issue running up the score here. I do expect their defense is going to be an issue again though, and that is going to be the difference as this game is a shootout. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Las Vegas Aces vs. Seattle Storm. The Las Vegas Aces and Seattle Storm meet Saturday in WNBA action at the Climate Pledge Arena. The Las Vegas Aces are coming off a WNBA title and return their top 4 scorers from that squad. Kelsey Plum and Aja Wilson will continue to lead the charge, while Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray provide that energy at the guard positions. If that core wasn't enough, the Aces brought in 3 decorated champions in their own right in Candace Parker, Kayla George, and Alicia Clark. The Aces are absolutely stacked from top to bottom, and it's why they're one of just 2 teams given a fair shot to win the title this season. Las Vegas is a slight favorite over New York to hoist the trophy. The Las Vegas Aces have high expectations this season, and they return a ton of talent from last year's squad. This team starts and stops with Aja Wilson, and last year she won the WNBA MVP. Wilson averaged 19.5 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks. She was talented before, but with Becky Hamilton as the head coach, she's been even better. Last season, Chelsea Gray was a bit inconsistent, but the hope is that she will be more consistent this year. In the last preseason game against the New York Liberty, they were able to secure the 84-77 victory. In this game, it's going to be about pushing the pace and the offense running up the score. The Seattle Storm have made the playoffs in each of the last 7 years, but this year that streak is in jeopardy. The Storm lose 2 pillars in 1 year in Breena Stewart and Sue Bird, as one bolted for New York and the other retired. Those are crushing blows both on and off the court. The positive news for the Storm is that Jewell Loyd returns for her 9th season, and Ezi Magbegor has gotten better in each of her first 3 seasons. Tia Nurse has been an all-star in this league, and Sami Whitcomb brings leadership and championship experience. It's going to look weird in Seattle without the legends around, but I don't expect the Storm to go down easily as some may expect. This Seattle Storm might end up to be very good, but this team is a whole lot different than last year's. The Storm knew at the end of last season that Sue Bird was going to hang up the shoes. The hope was that Breena Stewart would come back this season, but she decided she wanted to leave and now plays for the New York Liberty. Jewell Loyd is back this season, and the Storm are going to need to have her really step up. The Storm are also going to need some of the young ladies off the bench to really step up their game also. In the last preseason game against the Mercury, the Storm were defeated 77-71. The Aces are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 20-7 against the spread in their last 27 Saturday games. The Storm are 9-24 against the spread in their last 33 versus Western Conference and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games. The over is 4-1 in Aces' last 5 road games. The over is 9-2 in Storm last 11 overall. The Aces are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Seattle and 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 meetings. The Seattle Storm still has experienced players and a fan base that supports, so I don't believe going into the Climate Pledge Arena will be easy this season. However, the Storm have some serious adjusting to do, and they're going up against a stacked team that's favored to win the title yet again. It's a complete mismatch in this season opener, so the Las Vegas Aces to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Las Vegas steps onto the hardwood after finishing with a mark of 26-10 last season. The Aces shot 36.1% on 3-pointers and 82.3% from the charity stripe. They averaged 90.4 points per outing while hitting 46% from the field. They coughed up possession 11.1 times per contest, and as a basketball team committed 15.8 personal fouls per game. As a team, Las Vegas grabbed 35.4 boards per game and accounted for 748 dimes last year, which was fourth in the league in terms of passing. On the defensive end, the Aces were able to force 12.6 turnovers per contest, and they drew 17.8 personal fouls. The Aces defensively gave up a shooting percentage of 43.7%, and they conceded 36.2 boards per contest as a basketball team. They were ninth in the league in giving up assists to the opposition with 755 conceded last year. They conceded 35.6% on three-point shots, and they ranked ninth in the WNBA in points per game allowed. Seattle had a win-loss mark of 22-14 last season. Seattle accumulated 2,970 PTS last year, and they grabbed 33.6 rebounds per game. On the offensive side of the court, the Storm connected on 44.2% from the floor, which was ranked 6th in the WNBA. The Storm were responsible for committing 15.6 fouls per contest while shooting 82.5% from the free throw line. They assisted teammates 22.6 times per contest, and they coughed up possession 12.8 times per contest. The Storm defensively were ranked third in the league in points per game given up with 78.4. The Seattle defense allowed 32.0% on three-point shots, and opponents made 78.8% of their shots from the free throw line. They were able to force 14.4 turnovers on a nightly basis and allowed teams to shoot 43.4% from the floor. They relinquished 20.8 assists and 36.5 total rebounds per game, which ranked them 7th and 11th in the league. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.